Gitaroo Man is probably one of the strangest games and most influential games you have never heard of. Gitaroo Man turns classic rhythm game mechanics and ideas into an intense action game where you go from battle to battle with your handy Gitaroo in hopes to save the planet. The way this works is pretty simple. Each battle has 4 phases: a charge phase, a battle phase, a guard phase, and a final phase. At the start of every battle, you enter the charge phase. This is the section that you use to build up the health you are going to have for the fight ahead. If you do really well, you're going to have full health, but if you do poorly, then you're going to have less. This is a great design decision as it gives the player ownership of their preparation, like in an action RPG. But it also slows down the pace and intensity for the start of each battle, as if you miss any notes, you are safe from taking damage at least. Then you move on to the battle phase. In this section, each note you hit does damage to your opponent, and each note you miss does damage to you. Now interspersed throughout the battle phase, you have the guard phases. This is the section where you have to hit rhythmic QTEs in order to dodge attacks. This puts the player purely in defense mode as there's no way to attack, and this is the section where the enemy can do the most damage to you. Now imagine like an Elden Ring boss that decides to go on a 10-minute combo spree. That's essentially what the guard phase is. Finally, you have the final phase. This is where the final part of the song kicks in. Firstly, it's important to note that the battle phase is built so that in theory the song can go on forever. However, when the final phase kicks off, this is where the song starts to come to an end. This section is the most intense part of the battle, as this is the part where you can actually deal the killing blow to the opponent. If you do so whilst avoiding KOing yourself by the end, then you win the fight and move on to the next one. Gitaroo Man does something which I haven't really seen in any other action rhythm games like Hi-Fi Rush or Metal Hellsinger, where in those games they ingrain rhythm more into the way that you would actually play a regular action game. Now instead, all the immersive action elements are in the way that the game is presented and paced to the player. This is an idea that you could potentially take away and use for your own game. Sometimes presentation and pacing is all you need to sell an idea and immerse the player in the experience. Thanks for watching, tune in next week for another entry to the game design library, and keep on keeping on.